That is his newest job. Yes, you heard me right. We've got the details. Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy O'Dell, in for Giselle Fernandez.
Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Hi, folks. I'm Pat O'Brien. Here's what's happening in Hollywood right now. Our favorite sitcom star goes home. Just when we finished saying our sad goodbyes to Jerry Seinfeld, now we are saying enthusiastic hellos. He's back, and New York's got him. The city's #1 son returns to his New York state of mind and his favorite stomping ground. Today, the local hero proves you can go home again.
I just love everything. I mean, I'm just so happy to be back.
Jerry Seinfeld is back, doing stand-up live on Broadway.
This is where my career began. That is the cheapest camera. Do you work here?
The hometown hero returns. He's been in L.A. for 9 years, shooting his show on a set made to look like New York. And for the last 2 months, he's trotted the globe to fine-tune his stand-up act. Now Jerry Seinfeld is home at last, and the Big Apple couldn't be more thrilled.
He's #1!
Jerry Seinfeld, the pride of Queens College, joining us in the booth is...
Jerry's first stop, Shea Stadium, home of his beloved Mets, where Seinfeld first autographed balls for kids, then heads up to the broadcast booth for some play-by-play.
Oh, man. That happens to me all the time. I like the way Nomo shaves the back of his neck for a nice, neat look. Grooming is so important in baseball today. Karros, that was a bad swing, and he's going to get punched out.
He's been away a long time. I don't want to see him get hurt.
It's low impact. Jerry's donating all the proceeds from the 10 sold-out Broadway shows to New York City schools. And the very last night will be broadcast live on HBO.
This thing on.
To be in front of the audience, that's the most fun that I can have. I've been on beaches. It's pleasant, but it's not really fun.
Rumors about Jerry's solo show have been flying around.
Will Jason Alexander be surprising you on stage?
Yes, I would like to list all the surprises. So there are no surprises.
We'll just have to wait and watch. This Sunday's show will be the last time ever that Seinfeld performs this material. As for what else is down the road, Jerry just may start his own business in advertising.
Maybe someday in the future, I might like to have a small agency and try and... Because I enjoy creative commercials.
As it turns out, so do we, Jerry. He opens on Broadway tomorrow night to warm up for his big live show airing August 9th on HBO. The show will also be recorded for Jerry's very first album. Nancy.
Well, Woody Harrelson is pulling out all the stops to get his dad out of jail. The senior Harrelson is serving a double life sentence for murder, but both father and son say he's an innocent man. Well, now Woody is using his star power to hire a top-notch attorney and get his father another shot at proving his case. Mr. Harrelson, you want to talk about the stars before?
Maybe later. It's a little early yet.
Woody Harrelson, his wife and brothers are seen here leaving federal court in Denver. They're all here because his father, Charles, who's been locked up for life, is fighting for a new trial. In 1982, Charles Harrelson was convicted of killing U.S. District Judge John Wood, known as Maximum John. Harrelson always maintained he was innocent, saying he was 250 miles away at the time of the murder. But nevertheless, he was sentenced to a life term for killing Judge Wood, a second life term for conspiring to kill the judge, and 5 years for obstruction of justice. All previous appeals have failed, but now son Woody has hired high-powered defense attorney Alan Dershowitz to win a new trial for his father. Dershowitz is offering new evidence, he says, that points to another suspect, evidence he says that was previously ignored by the prosecution.
Now, the hearing to grant Harrelson a new trial is expected to last 2 days. Charles Harrelson is 59 years old and has been in prison for 16 years. Pat?
Nancy, here's what everybody wanted to know about in Hollywood last night, how Stella got her groove back. So, who's Stella and what's the groove? Well, it's the name of the new movie starring Angela Bassett and Whoopi Goldberg. The sexy film about older women and younger men had a gala premiere, and we were on hand for Whoopi's big revelation. Whoopi was the word at the How Stella Got Her Groove Back premiere in Hollywood. Hundreds of fans showed up to see the star, who reveals a little more of herself than usual in the new romantic comedy.
Buddy Jack, this is my best friend, Stella.
I got in a bathing suit. That's not the same as showing skin. Showing skin would be some hiney. I'm not showing any hiney, I'm showing legs. So, you know, I leave that to the younger, better built young people.
People like Angela Bassett, who stars as Whoopi's best friend, Stella, the older woman who falls for a younger man.
I think it's exciting, it's invigorating, and why not go for it? Older woman, younger man, it's no big deal anymore, or it shouldn't be.
No argument here. Bassett lights up the screen in this film and says she wants to see a lot more of these roles for her and other mature actresses.
7 out of 10 scripts are written by men, and I think they should fantasize about an older, mature woman who can just bring them along gently.
Hard to think of her as older, huh? Find out how Stella got her groove back when the movie opens August 14th.
It's a TV record for an ER job. Here's a clue. It has 8 figures. Next. And meet Slammer, something about Mary's mad dog. But can you tell the real deal from the stand-in?
Then it's the exclusive story of how Princess Di waged war on Prince Charles. That's later on Access Hollywood.
Access Hollywood brought to you by L'Oreal Color Vive Shampoo and Conditioner, because you're worth it.
Cha-ching! That's the sound coming from TV's most popular drama, ER. 2 of the show's stars, Noah Wyle and Anthony Edwards, are about to see some big zeros added to their paychecks as they sign some major contracts and take the show into the next millennium. Anthony Edwards' heart-pumping deal is worth an estimated $35 million over the next 4 years, and Noah Wile's deal is reported to be close behind that figure. Not a bad raise. Both were earning around $150,000 per episode. Now the hot docs' paychecks will jump to a reported $400,000 per episode. According to Entertainment Weekly's Joe Flint, the salary increase was both necessary and expected.
It's a big deal for NBC and for Warner Brothers because with George Clooney leaving the show, the producers certainly didn't want to risk losing any other key cast members.
Look for Wiley to fill the heartthrob shoes that George Clooney will leave behind at the end of this season. But Noah says he's not counting on that responsibility just yet.
Will there be an actual passing of the torch ceremony where George, hands me the virile scepter?
And Beverly Hills just got a little richer as well. Luke Perry clinched a lucrative deal to return to Beverly Hills 90210. Perry left in 1995 to pursue a film career. Today on the Howard Stern radio show, he said why he decided to come back.
I just had my baby. I wanted to stay home, this, that, the other thing. And then this time, there was no good reason not to go back.
Right. I mean, wasn't like...
Perry's new deal has him signed for a minimum 12 episodes, as well as a development deal for his own series. EW's Joe Flint says getting Perry back will help 90210 fight off their competition.
People at 90210 are very worried about what Dawson's Creek will do against them. Obviously, by bringing back a Luke Perry, hopes to reclaim some of its audience.
And it probably will work, huh? Luke Perry will move back to Beverly Hills 90210 in the fall for the show's 9th season on Fox. The ER docs premiere another season on NBC September 24th. Before that, you can expect to see the cast snag at least a few of their 16 Emmy nominations this year, and they'll be handed out by some huge stars. It's just been announced that Tom Hanks will make a special appearance on the live Emmy show, where his From the Earth to the Moon is up for 17 awards. The Emmys, we broadcast on NBC, September lucky 13th. Nance?
Well, Cameron Diaz, Matt Dillon, and Ben Stiller have a $60 million movie hit right now called There's Something About Mary. Now, the raunchy comedy has been called the most politically incorrect movie of the year. And Puffy the dog is one of the main reasons why. We met the scene-stealing star to learn the sick tricks of her trade.
Are you the little guy making all that big noise? Huh?
It's the funniest fight of the year. In Something About Mary, Ben Stiller tries to impress Cameron Diaz, but instead ends up going one-on-one with her neighbor's dog, Puffy. And Stiller says his opponent has star quality.
It's a damn professional dog.
Playing the role of Puffy is Slammer, a 2-year-old border terrier in her big screen debut. Trainer Penny Barcina and owner Ken Lindemone spent 3 intense weeks prepping the pup for her big scene.
Kill, son, kill! Get it, get it, get it! Get it, get it, get it, get it! Tear it up, tear it up! Get it, get it, get it, son!
But when it came to the fight's death-defying stunts, Slammer said, no way. This $25,000 lifelike stand-in was the one who took all the abuse that Stiller and his rival in the film, Matt Dillon, dished out.
Come on, Buffer. Stay away from the light. Every time they do something like throw the dog out the window or catch the dog on fire, she'd kind of look like, oh, God, I'm glad that's not me.
There's a scene where like it bites my crotch, and then I'm like going, ah. That was the fake dog.
But it was Slammer herself, not her double, who ended up in a cast. A special 9-piece costume was made with the star's comfort in mind.
We had her in a little costume before we put her in this, so her hair would stay flat, and then we put the pieces on her after.
Slammer left the set with photos for her album and high praise from the film's producers, Bobby and Peter Farrelly, who say her dramatic abilities are Oscar caliber.
I would say that Slammer elevated Ben's performance. Incredible acting.
Well, I just hope Slammer held out for a lot of money. So that, of course, brings up the subject. What do you pay a top dog that pulls off stunts like that? Well, Slammer gets her salary in nuggets of chicken. There's Something About Mary is in theaters right now.
Exclusive, Stevie Nicks' alleged stalker speaks out.
Miss Nicks, please forgive me.
His message to the singer at 11. Plus, luxury cars of the rich and famous. They're going on the auction block. A sneak preview at 11 on the Channel 4 News. Tomorrow at 5. You've never seen anything like this before. State-of-the-art gadgets that can see right through the walls of your home and even your clothes. And that's just the beginning. We'll show you the newest high-tech surveillance devices tomorrow at 5 on the Channel 4 News.
'16-year-old home improvement star Jonathan Taylor Thomas is saying so long to television to make some improvements to his education. Thomas, an original cast member of the 7-year-old show, wants to concentrate on preparing for college. He'll start out the 8th season with his co-stars, but will only be seen in 3 episodes. Taylor tells us he's really going to miss all the laughs. Nancy?
But he'll get a good education. Good for him. Well, in less than 1 month, the world will once again be joined in sorrow for the anniversary of the death of Princess Diana. Well, today we take you inside a new Vanity Fair magazine story that focuses on Diana's suicidal thoughts and on what many people say was the cause of her death, her tumultuous relationship with the press. It is today's revealing inside story.
Images of Diana's death remain vivid today, as do the angry words of her brother Earl Spencer denouncing the press. Well, now, almost a year later, Vanity Fair examines Diana's rocky relationship with the press. Contributing editor Sally Bedell Smith, who was writing a book on Diana, reveals that at one time, press coverage caused Diana to contemplate suicide.
Several years ago, she was so distressed by some of the coverage that she would go to a place called Beachy Head. She would drive to this place on the southern coast of England, which was a cliff, and she would stand there and think about committing suicide. And she would only pull herself back when she thought about her sons.
Diana insisted on reading every word that was written about her. She was so compulsive about it that her butler had to resort to hiding offending stories from her. But according to Bedell Smith, Diana's relationship with the press wasn't always adversarial. In fact, she often used the press to get what she wanted.
And she recognized very early that the press could be helpful to her in helping, in prodding, pushing Prince Charles toward proposing to her. They wrote articles saying very overtly, you know, Prince Charles would be a cad if he didn't marry this woman.
When Charles and Diana's marriage turned sour, Diana once again turned to the press.
Because the press was so focused on her that she could just wipe him off page 1 if he was off doing some kind of a trip in Africa meeting political leaders. She could show up in the most amazing dress at a ball in London and she would win.
According to Vanity Fair's story, Diana would also arrange for photographers to show up for photo shoots when she was frolicking with her sons.
And they would take these photographs showing her as an affectionate, fun-loving mother. So the result of that was that she looked like a kind of a quote-unquote better mother than he did, a father. They used her and she used them.
Well, you can read more about Diana's life with the press in the September issue of Vanity Fair, which is on newsstands next week. Pat?
Well, yesterday it was the Chihuahua races. Today it's Beast softball. Weird Sports rolls on here on Access Hollywood. It's our moment coming up.